Auf geht deutsche Schießertor, Schießertor, Schießertor. Auf geht deutsche Schießertor, Schießertor, Schießertor.
There were two things that attracted me to Germany. One was that its intellectual legacy. Uh, Philosophers and social scientists, some of the most prominent ones, have come from Germany. So, if you have studied these subjects, you aspire to be in the country from where they have come. And so, Germany for me, yes, it is a land of technology. But for me, as a social scientist, Germany is a land where the great philosophers and thinkers have come from.
I work with German organizations for European Union projects. Also, the course that I chose was Master of European Union Studies. Germany is an important player in EU politics as well as the world map. So Germany was definitely the choice to pursue my master's studies. Also, Germany is very well known as far as higher studies are concerned.
I did had a position in US, and the other position I was thinking about was Max Planck. And since I got accepted at Max Planck first, and that was equally good, like the US position, and I always wanted to explore Europe also.
As a social scientist, you're not really comfortable studying in places which are highly commercialized. So I think this is a very strong and attractive point about Germany, that their education is still not, as commercialized as it is in US and UK.
See, in Germany, the education system is a bit different from what we have it in India. The first important point was that the education was funded by the government. So for me to do an MBA here in India and spend a lot of money, or rather go to a different country and do my MBA almost for free, made more sense to me.
I learned a lot about how to think independently, develop my own research ideas and proposals over a sustained period of time. And, and also, in depth about these scholars. So like in India, you study a lot of subjects, but you don't really go in depth about one scholar.
It was a very good combination of theoretical learning and practical approach. And we also had field trips and Europe dialogues with experts in their key areas.
From the moment go, we had some interactions with company professionals, and we could talk to them. So what kind of people do you want? What kind of profile can we build up in next 2 years to get into your company? And that actually helped, because if you do an internship with the companies as part of your program, then more or less you can be employed with them, and you can get to know the culture firsthand.
Working in Max Planck gave me that opportunity to have a project which has practical importance and are good for future in renewable energy. So, and of course, the kind of skills I developed in the laboratory, working with different various kind of instruments, today I am planning to actually have that kind of lab and setup in NTPC. So based on that experience, now I know what kind of projects I can choose which would be good and beneficial for India or for NTPC for that matter, and can have that kind of a world-class facility like I have seen in Germany.
I was in the southern part of the country, Baden-Württemberg. And Baden-Württemberg people usually speak a dialect known as Schwäbisch. And Schwäbisch, if you ask other German people, it's not German. It's a different dialect altogether. And I still remember I called up Max Müller people in India and I asked them, it's not German that you taught me. No one speaks German in Baden-Württemberg.
The problem is that, yes, people want to learn the language, but if you're there for research or if you're there for, for your work, you don't have enough time to actually learn the language, because you need a very intensive course in the beginning. At least for the initial 6 months, you need to be spending like 6 to 8 hours a day, which doctoral researchers or people who are highly skilled workers cannot afford.
Max Planck do give you free German language classes, and even to your spouse also. So we used to go, but I was kind of more involved in my scientific work.
I knew the German language before going to Germany. I'd studied German language from the Goethe Institute, and I'm very well versed and fluent with the language. Also because I've also been working with German organizations, and our medium of communication has been German as well as English. So language was not at all a problem. In fact, it eased the entire process, and it was easier to get along with people.
The level of business startups that you have in this country, I'm not aware if you have the same level of incentive in Germany. So Indians, as a result of being flexible, on the road, in their offices, everywhere, you have to negotiate your way everywhere. So as a result of that, you develop certain attributes, and those attributes can be, quite helpful.
Unemployment is a major challenge right now in the European economy, but at the same time, Germany is facing a major problem of aging population. And they want to get in the youth, and India is one of the listed countries, where they can get in a lot of potential as the workforce.
Germany as a country should also think about having a little bit more flexibility if people would like to settle down there permanently.
German government have to really make sure that this opportunity can be seized in terms of the students or the people who go there and study or work. They are made aware of the various regulations, the visas, the possibilities, and they have an advantage. They know where to contact and how to find a job, and what are the advantages, the opportunities that come together with it in terms of settling there with their families.
Going to Germany on a project means you're uprooting your whole family, and so I'm not too sure about it. Yeah, but for short-term projects, definitely yes.
I would rather like to be settled in Delhi. It's my home. I've got my family. I'm more used to food. Okay, to say like food is a high priority for me. But if it's a job like I have in GIZ where there are more opportunities to visit Germany, then yes, of course, there's a like I would rather stay in India and then go and like help the German government to have some partnerships.
Thank you.